the first fight of the night, the one that's going to open up the card, that's going to be a bantamweight division match against number 4 Peter Yan and number 12 Uriah Faber. Uriah is making his second appearance in the UFC since unretiring. He came back for a UFC fight night in Sacramento during his June, I believe, and so this is his second fight back. How's this one going to go, fellas? Blake, you want to start us off on this one?
I think this is a very interesting fight. For Uriah Faber, there's a lot on the line. If he wins this fight, I think it's pretty much a title shot next.
Mm,
I don't think he has anything else left to prove after that. He'll be taking Peter Yan's spot.
okay.
Um, Now, what's going to be interesting is will Henry Cejudo go back to 125 or is he staying at 135 when he comes back from injury? But that's something for another discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, if Uriah Faber can figure out a way to beat this Peter guy, who I don't know if a lot of people know about this guy, but he is really good. Like every time I've seen this guy fight, he is just beating the shit out of somebody. I remember he fought another Team Alpha Male member, Teruto Ishihara. I
Uh
want
huh.
to say about a year, maybe almost a year and a half ago,
Okay.
and he knocked him the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was wild. So Uriah Faber has a really tough test ahead of him this weekend. If he can pass this, I think he just about proves that he's still up there in the upper echelon of UFC athletes that are still actively performing. So
I think
there's a
he
long
still
line.
definitely has a chance in this fight. Let's try and make
For
a.
his
This is a
last
big
fight, he was
statement
punch and
fight,
punch.
man.
Yeah, and he's adding what's really interesting to me too is he's still adding tools to his repertoire. Like he gave all of his credit to his last fight to his teammate Yang Song,
Mm-hmm.
who I believe is a Chinese fighter. I
Hmm.
want to say, and he taught him the punch that he threw.
Oh.
If you watched it, he set up that same punch in some of his fights, and he noticed like, wow, that's something that I can really add to my game.
Huh.
And he noticed that Ricky Simon did something that gave him that opening. And so it's really awesome to see that Uriah Favors takes all these young cats in, gives them a place to train, and actually still takes stuff that he picks their brains still. Like he's
That's
still learning at
awesome.
this stage, not shutting down.
Hey,
It's
that's
it's, it's
that's
really
a
cool to
scary
see,
sign if he's still getting better at 41. That's bad
right?
news.
And I mean, how long has it been since he's had a knockout on his record? And he got one while he's 40 years old.
Yeah. No, we all know Uriah Faber was not a knockout artist by any stretch of the imagination.
Not at all.
It's hard to beat that weight class. It really is. I mean, unless you're like a Marlon Moraes guy or maybe a Cody Garbrandt coming up, it's rare, very rare do people have that type of kind of
Power.
description of them. Like
Yeah,
they don't have that.
exactly. I gotcha. I'm with. Yeah, I think I'm with. Oh, it really hurts to say, but honestly, I might be rolling with Peter in this fight against Uriah. I really don't want to say that against the hometown kid, but Peter is a scary fighter, and there's nothing holding him back. Honestly, I think he takes this one. I think he is going to make a statement to give him a title shot coming up really soon.
I think it favors Uriah that it's a 3 round fight.
Yeah, I think so too. Jalen, what do you think?
Um, I definitely think it's going to be a good fight. My opinion on where this fight goes is I think that the winner of this fight will most likely end up fighting the winner of the fight that comes after this, which is Jose Aldo versus Moraes.
Uh
I
huh.
think winners of this fight and that fight each other, and the next one
For a
gets a
number one
title shot.
contender, I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
So I think this one could favor Uriah right now because Pierre Yan is coming off of 2 wins in a row, but his last 2 wins have also been decisions.
Okay.
So I think if it goes down to decision, Uriah could definitely win this unless he's been learning, and he definitely has been learning,
Mm-hmm.
especially over there at Team Alpha Male. It's just a lot of young fighters, and you kind of can pick up stuff without trying to pick up stuff. You kind of just learn moves and see stuff and you try stuff.
I
And
feel it.
Uriah Faber is no different than anybody else there. He comes to work and then you pick up stuff. And as we saw against Ricky Simone, he learned how to knock people out, I guess. So
Damn right,
it would
dude.
definitely be crazy to see how both these fighters go because both of them are definitely going to be going for the finish. So I don't think this goes 5 rounds. I mean, not 5 rounds, 3 rounds for a decision.
Hmm.
At all. I definitely think this gets finished in the second round.
Who's taking it? We gotta get a prediction, Jalen. Who's taking this one?
I think Uriah takes it. I think
Okay.
he's just Peter Yan. He's rolling right now,
Hmm.
but I feel like Uriah
The
knows
experience,
that if he
man.
loses this fight, he's probably not going to get another chance.
Mm.
So I think Uriah kind of leaves everything out there, and I feel like he's going to catch Peter Yan slipping. I definitely think Peter Yan is definitely probably the younger, better fighter at this moment.
Hmm.
I think Uriah's knowledge that this is probably going to be his last chance at a title, and knowledge that if he lets this keep going, because the fact that he is 40, yeah, he could be in good shape, but it's probably in his best interest to not let this go 3 rounds.